All right, this is a guy. This guy right here was on the channel earlier. I'll link it down in the description. The other video I have of him playing a 4-0. This is him playing. It looks like a 4-5. And I'm gonna make some comments about this video. Let's get into it. So again, this guy's probably, I think he's been playing for maybe 3 or 4 years. 4-0. The other guy, 4-5. Looks like he's much more experienced. So here, right away, we can see the inexperience. Nice serve there. Gets what he wants, and then doesn't read the ball quite right. Isn't really up there, and you can see that's usually a experience thing, because if he did read the ball correctly, he would have stepped up, played it down the line to the corner, or maybe played to this corner and hit a winner, or maybe approached the net and got the win at the net, which this guy is definitely capable of that. So, and you'll see that a lot in this match, that this experience thing in multiple different ways. Which is why the win here doesn't, either way, the winning and losing doesn't matter. Here you can see it again. Decent body serve. Draws a really short ball there. You can see the ball lands very short. Not really intentionally. And here he can't even get up to it. And he tries to play it cross court, kind of like a rally ball. Where if he was, again, really experienced, that's an easy... Whoops. That's an easy drop shot right here for a winner. That ball is moving very slowly. So right away, it's love 30, and easily could be 30 love. If this guy was playing another, say, 4-5 or a 5-0, or somebody you might see on TV. And then here he does it. Here he does it again. This is the thing that I don't like about this scenario, that we often see a 4-0, or take a 4-0 or against a 4-5, or a more experienced player against a less experienced player, or even just a guy who thinks he's better than somebody else. Pretty weak serve, and the guy just lays it in the middle of the court, and backwards hat here, dumps it in the net. Doesn't know what to do. Kind of like the most exhaustive player going up against MEP. And then it's 40 love, and he's just going to rally him out. Nice and soft, middle of the court, because he knows he's going to outlast him. Nice and safe. And this is what I mean. This is annoying. The guys, they don't play you. They won't play you. They won't do anything risky until they're way ahead. Now, what backwards hat can do is just do some of the things I've mentioned already. Play more aggressive from the start and not worry about the result. Because this is what they're going to do all the time. 90% of them. They're not going to do anything until you make them. Until you make them do something. You can see right away on the serve, he just big spinner right down the middle of the court. If it wasn't for the guy Buzzcut here, if it wasn't for his misses in the beginning, every one of these, should say miss hits, or them soft shots that he gave, then this would be, 10 ball rally each. And this is your classic so-called better player. Now, if he was going for more, yeah, he might still destroy him, or he might make a lot of errors and give Backwards Hat some easy points and give him some confidence. But there's not going to be any errors here. Okay, maybe a couple. You know what I mean? I mean the errors on him actually going for shots, or like going for serves and double faulting or something like that. So now we got 30-15. Lots of spin. There is the middle of the court. I mean, that ball is so short. It's so short. And so you can see him leaning up. It's going to give... It's not a hard ball, but for someone who's more inexperienced, it's going to give him trouble. And this comes back to a guy who's playing tennis stroke tennis. This is the reality. This is why you can't play like what you think you see on TV. Because this is what guys do in reality. They don't play you straight up. Straight up, meaning maybe the guy would play, he would push more to hit deeper. But he doesn't do that because he doesn't need to. See there, he did on a, like, maybe on, you could say on the approach shot, came to the net, took a little, I mean, he was pretty much forced to, but you could say you played a little bit more normal, and then Backwards Hat gets a free point. See if he backs off here. So there, I mean, goes for it a little bit there. Wins the point. Wins the game. But, I mean, the times that he does, like when he approached, it's so obvious. He almost has to do it. Like here, he almost has to make that angle. In his mind, it's so easy at that point, or approach, that he's gonna go for it. And seeing him serve. I mean, this guy could have such a huge flat serve, but he won't do it. Maybe he doesn't ever do it. I don't know. For that reason, he's not going to take a chance. Let's back up here. Here we got a deep, pretty good ball by Backwards Hat there, deep. Draws the error there. Buzz cut. Mohawk, we'll call him Mohawk. Mohawk can't do his thing there. See, I don't have a problem with any of that. But here, here you'll see maybe a running forehand. I don't know if he could have got that on a running forehand. Maybe not. There's something cool like down the line. He's not going to do that. What is it now? 2-0. Slicing it in, gets it, gives him the short ball. Doesn't matter. See, Backwards Hat could play a lot more aggressive because he's going to lose anyway. There again, he gets the really short ball. Doesn't do anything, comes to the net. pretty much has to come to the net there. But yeah, as I was saying, backwards hat can do a lot more because he's gonna lose the match anyway. And he'd have to come to that realization. He's not gonna out rally this guy. I mean, he might get better. He might get better at that, like stuff like that. He might get better at the yeah, like that's the kind of thing he's gonna have to do to push this guy to actually play. But he might get better at rallying and keeping the ball in, get a good workout, get his fitness up. It's all these things, but you know, if that's the intention. The flat serve is, you see these guys are just, they're doing a lot of spin serves. The flat serve is so important. It's so important for the, we could say the underdog, even the shorter guy. Because against really good players, it's really hard to just spin the ball in and get points. Not without grinding it out. And the thing is, the flat serve doesn't always have to be 130 miles per hour. See there, he could do something with that, and if he doesn't, he could have done something with that. He's just gonna rally him out. Tough ball there. He still gets it, and nothing's gonna really bother this guy from like you can see there, pretty good power on that one, unless he starts hitting like that on every ball. And could he improve that? Maybe. That's gonna take longer. That's gonna take a lot longer than playing the targets. He's got to hit a lot of balls. That's why I say 2 to 4 years. I mean, if you play 5 years against this guy, against Mohawk, hitting every day, maybe he gets there. But if he's only been playing 2 to 4 years on and off, that's not enough. You can see a lot of ones here. He's getting this low. He gets this low ball here. There's another low ball. I would just drop shot him. Or backspin it somewhere. He's got good passing skills. He's a gamer. He likes to play. You can see his backhand here. He gets this inside backhand. It'd be interesting to see where he's trying to play that, but that can be improved upon. And it's not the backhand that needs to be improved upon necessarily. It's here. He's behind the ball, and then he needs to spin. He could just top spin it here. Just focus on spinning the ball right here, or get in a better position where he can make the angle here. Again, I'm not sure. Without being in his head, I don't know what he was trying to do there. And see, like here, again, not knowing what's in his head, with misses like this, with misses on the serve like that, why not go for an ace? Why not go for an ace? Because you're still going to make errors like that. You might as well take your shot. You're not going to, at this level, at this stage, he's not going to get better at the serve overnight as far as consistency goes. So we'll do a couple more here, and then I'll make a part 2. So if you're still watching, I'm going to make a part 2. See, there he goes. That was close, but there he goes. He gets, now he's kind of going for it. But again, what's the score? It's got to be like 3-0. (3-0) 1540, or it was 3-0 40 love. Not sure what happened there, but his backwards hat's getting better at the rally. And this is another thing that will happen in this situation. I think the less experienced player will start to get better as far as the rally goes, the point rallies, baseline rallies, as the match goes on. But in the end, it'll be too late. So maybe we went to deuce there. So 3-0. Stay tuned for part 2.